Hi everyone, I'm so glad to be with you today on this Grow and Bloom Spring Tour. Let me just introduce myself briefly. My name is Dr. Nicole Stevens. I'm the Director of Clinical Research here at doTERRA. And I've also had the opportunity at doTERRA to work on product development, on formulating essential oils. So I love to talk about these oils, what they can do, and I'm excited to share some information with you today. My home is full of essential oils. I've got 6 kids. They all love oils, my husband. So we've really had an opportunity to watch little ones grow and bloom. It teaches me about myself as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, about what this means to grow and bloom.
The human potential thought leader, Bryant McGill, said, "Whatever makes you uncomfortable is your biggest opportunity for growth."
So have you ever felt like you're stuck in a bit of a rut? I just love this quote. Whatever makes you uncomfortable is your biggest opportunity for growth. We're going to talk about how doTERRA fits into that. And really, it is so fitting that we talk about this today because I want you to consider something. Plants produce the most complex and richest essential oil, not when they're growing in the perfect conditions, comfortable and content, but when they are under stress. Drought, pests, poor soil, pathogens, the essential oil produced from plants in their time of stress. Is it difficult to believe that this might also help us in our times of stress as we seek these uncomfortable opportunities to grow? Let's talk about where you can start to grow in your life and some of these oils and other natural products that just might help.
So let's take a closer look at that and put first things first. We really need to get to know ourselves, and to do that, we need to look closely, deeply, and intimately at ourselves.
So first, who are you? Do you know yourself, your needs, your desires, your dreams, your fears? If you know who you are and what makes you, you, this will shine out of you in confidence and positive energy. So take some time to become acquainted with the person you are now. Not your past self, or even a reflection of how others see you.
Start asking questions like, how do you look at life? How do you interact with others? What are your attitudes, biases, frustrations, and background? What are you afraid of? What gets your heart pumping? A person who sincerely knows who they are shines with confidence. You can learn a lot about yourself by jumping into an unfamiliar environment. Great things never come from comfort zones. When you break through what you previously thought you were not capable of, you'll feel like you can achieve anything.
Try something new. Step out a little way into unfamiliar territory. This is really personal to me because I took that chance when I was getting my doctorate degree. I was already a single mom. I was busy with work. I had so much going on in my life, but I always wanted to do this. And so I did. Someone wise once told me, the time will pass anyway. It's a matter of what you do with it. So several years later and a lot of work later, I had my degree. And I was so glad that I did. So I ask you, what is something you've always dreamed of doing, but maybe been too scared or felt like it was just too far out of reach? When I said that, did something pop into your mind? If so, take a moment to write it down. Put it where you can see it. This is what you can work towards.
What have you always dreamed of doing but never had the courage to do? Write it down now. Put those dreams onto paper. Say them out loud. Give those dreams a voice. What can you do to get out of your comfort zone?
Now, how do we do that? Maybe shake things up a little bit. Change your routine. Talk to someone new. Learn a new skill. The old saying goes, if you keep doing the same thing, you'll keep getting the same results.
Number 1, changing small things about your routine can help you to engage more with your surroundings and can give you the confidence to challenge yourself in larger ways in other areas of your life. Number 2, meeting new people can open your eyes to new perspectives and help you to gain new knowledge and ideas. Often what holds us back from getting to know new people is fear of judgment. But it's important to recognize that this is your inner critic talking, and that usually we judge ourselves far more than anyone else will be judging us. Why not start today? Number 3, when we overcome or defeat the thing that scares us, not only do we feel a great sense of reward, but we also increase our resilience and feel more confident in our ability to tackle whatever challenges come our way next.
So, if you're feeling in a rut and want to try something new, get some spectacular results, just have something a little different and bold in your life.
Number 4, life is all about learning. And if we want to make the most of it, it can help to actively seek out new skills we want to develop or knowledge that we want to acquire. Number 5, challenge yourself to step outside of your comfort zone by reading something completely different. Number 6, it's easy to put off trying something new because you're worried that you won't be good at it or that you'll fail. I have an older sister that I was talking to a few years ago about this idea. She said that she never tries anything that she doesn't know that she will be good at. She's in her mid-50s now and has always wanted to change that about herself. She regrets not trying so many new things that she has had the opportunity to try, and she's now trying to change that concept for herself. But try to keep in mind that everyone starts as a beginner, and it's normal to struggle at first. It's important to trust the process, take your time, and believe that you'll get there in the end.
This is where oils can come in. Some bright and powerful aromas that help bring acceptance and empowerment. Let's talk about a few of these.
So how can essential oils support you on your journey? Here are some oils that can help with self-acceptance. Geranium, this complex and enigmatic essential oil, helps to bring a sense of calm and peace. It blends beautifully with bergamot and lavender.
So geranium. This has the constituents citronellol and geraniol, and these can give an immediate uplifting feeling.
Bergamot, this lifting citrus oil, helps with self-esteem and boosting creativity. It also supports clear skin and positive feelings.
Bergamot, this is one of my personal favorites. It's got limonene for brightening, some of the similar things you'll see in citrus oils. But it's also got linalool and linyl acetate. Now, these are some of the same constituents you find in lavender. This can bring some calming and self-assurance.
And lastly, frankincense, the king of oils, can be used daily to feel calm and spiritually connected. Apply it in a carrier oil to your wrists or forehead, depending on how you feel that day. Use it during meditation or yoga, or for a moment of meditation anywhere.
Frankincense, of course, is amazing. It's got pinene in it. Now, there's traditional practice called forest bathing, in which we recharge and commune with nature by walking in the forest and breathing in the aroma of the plants. Well, guess what? Pinenes are most of those things we breathe when we're walking in the forest. We can have a similar recharging experience with frankincense and other essential oils.
Years ago, when I was first introduced to essential oils, I was talking to a colleague about trying to make sure that I did not carry some of the heavy energy home after a hectic day in my medical practice. I was trying to create better work-life balance. She is a nurse midwife who runs a very busy practice of her own. She suggested that I try keeping some frankincense oil in my car, and before leaving the office, that I sit in the car and put a few drops in my hand, rub them together, and then cup them over my mouth and nose to inhale deeply. She found that this resets her energy and she can go home leaving work behind and ready to engage well with her family. I have found this practice to be extremely helpful for me as well. I try to do it nearly every day. I love the quote from the movie We Bought a Zoo, where Matt Damon's character says, "You know, sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage. Just literally 20 seconds of just embarrassing bravery, and I promise you that something great will come of it." So what oils can help with confidence and that 20 seconds of bravery? Wild Orange is an uplifting oil which not only helps lift you if you're feeling low with your beliefs, but it relaxes you at the same time. It's a great oil to raise your spirits.
Do you need to feel more confident? Wild Orange, again, there's that limonene for awakening and brightening. Motivate, it's a wonderful blend. It's a combination of citrus, peppermint, several other oils that help you just find that pep you might need. And Ylang Ylang. This has beta-caryophyllene for balancing effects, and a component called Dermacrene D for that sweet reminder of just how amazing you are.
Ylang Ylang has a lovely uplifting aroma. With its top notes, it's great in blends intended to focus upon happiness and gratitude. We all need a little encouragement now and then, and doTERRA Motivate provides exactly that. Fresh, clean, and minty, this blend will promote feelings of confidence, optimism, and determination. doTERRA Motivate will help you unleash your creative powers and find the courage that comes from believing in yourself again. Go ahead and raise the bar. You can do it.
Now, along with these oils, what are some steps you can do right now, today? How about evaluating your surroundings, your habits, even your self-talk? You can declutter and simplify. Try more reading, less TV. Be kind. Cultivate gratitude.
In addition to oils, there are some steps you can take towards personal growth. Number 1, surround yourself with amazing people. It's true that you become just like the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose those people carefully. Number 2, say goodbye to the people that bring you down. This is all about setting boundaries for yourself. This does not mean that we cut them completely out of our lives, but it does mean that we set some boundaries in those relationships so that they do not begin to define us. Number 3, practice gratitude each day. Research suggests that gratitude inspires people to be more generous, kind, and helpful. It strengthens relationships, including romantic relationships, and may improve the climate in workplaces. Gratitude also has the capacity to increase important neurochemicals. When thinking shifts from negative to positive, there is a surge of feel-good chemicals such as dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. These all contribute to the feelings of closeness, connection, and happiness that come with gratitude. Number 4, avoid comparing yourself to others. Theodore Roosevelt said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." Nowhere is this more apparent than on social media. Rarely does someone post their failures or embarrassing moments. They only post the good moments, often through filters to make them look even better. Be careful with your social media consumption. Remember, confidence isn't walking into a room thinking you're better than everyone. It's walking in not having to compare yourself to everyone.
Simple changes like these can bring huge benefits, and you might be surprised how quickly.
A few years ago, I was backpacking with some teenage boys in Yellowstone National Park. We had spent 6 days hiking over 45 miles in beautiful forest and had seen bears, moose, and elk. One of the boys turned to me as we were hiking out and said, "Brannick, I really like backpacking with you." I asked why, and he responded by saying, "Because all of the non-important stuff just fades away when we're backpacking. Everything becomes clearer." Wise words from a teenager. Number 8, read. Remember, we just gained 120 hours a week by turning off the TV. Use some of that time to read books that teach, uplift, and entertain. Number 9, be kind. In a world filled with divisiveness, please remember to be kind. Henry B. Eyring said, "When you meet someone, treat them as if they were in serious trouble, and you will be right more than half of the time." Number 10, and of course, use essential oils. We have these amazing tools to lift and support us and those around us. Use them. As it turns out, they don't help by just sitting on a shelf. So what steps will you take today? Write it down. You may want to try this Go Get 'em blend using 2 drops each of Balance, Passion, and Citrus Bliss.
Now here's something you might try tomorrow morning when you wake up. Put the Go Get 'em blend in your diffuser and start the day with this energizing aroma and some positive affirmations. You might be surprised how far you can go. A lot of our health is in our mind, the way we think, the way we talk to ourselves. But we can't neglect the body. It's the only place we have to live.
Remember, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. We need to nourish our mind and our body. Nourishing our bodies and minds is at the core of everything we do.
Of course, the body and the mind are inextricably linked. As we care for one, we're caring for the other. If we're unwell in one, the other will suffer too. Let's talk about some ways that you can care for both body and mind simultaneously using amazing natural products.
To grow and bloom, we need to have a healthy routine that fits our needs and supports our development. Here's a quick video of Dr. Hill, my dear friend, talking about the wellness chart.
Now, at the very core of doTERRA is this idea that our health care, what we do on a regular basis, should become personalized. And what that really means is that we need personal responsibility in what it is that we're doing. Now, you'll recall several years ago at convention, I gave a presentation where I talked about getting back to the basics and understanding those things that we do on a regular basis, that we do daily to improve our health. It seems that our health is never stagnant. We're either moving forward or we're moving away from. Essential oils carry a cornerstone place in everything that we do. The health pyramid that we've developed in doTERRA is a guide mark for us. You know that we've divided it into two categories. One category is what we do in a proactive sense in medical care. But I will tell you that the real value of this health pyramid is what we do on a daily basis through lifestyle. And when we look at the categories, you can see that I've modified a few of the categories. It's not just about eating right. We can have a good, wholesome diet. We can do all of our part that way, but we're still going to have deficit. And so I want to make a point of clarity here. The products that fit into our program in doTERRA, those things which are core and central to who we are, each and every single one of them serve a unique purpose and bring us opportunity to accomplish what it is that we're most trying to do. And so proper nutrition means that we need to supplement. It's not that doTERRA's lifelong vitality was meant to be all things to all people. Instead, it fits nicely into our program of lifestyle with the understanding that we need the basics, we need the foundational attributes of nutrition. And doTERRA's lifelong vitality is better suited than anything else you can find anywhere in the marketplace, anywhere in the world, anything with any other company. Have confidence in what we're doing in doTERRA. It's purposeful. It's directed.
Wasn't that amazing? Dr. Hill is one of my heroes in life and the main reason I'm here at doTERRA. To nourish our bodies, we need to create a healthy routine. The Daily Habits Kit is an amazing place to start. This includes our foundational products like Lifelong Vitality, PB Assist, and Terrazyme. Once we're taking those fundamental pieces, we can start to build the house on top of that using lemon, lavender, frankincense, peppermint, On Guard, Balance, and Deep Blue Rub for targeted wellness.
So, the Daily Habits Kit. What a great set of items to make sure that your health is covered in many ways. The Lifelong Vitality Pack supports a critical nutritional foundation, helping us stay healthy from the inside out. Terrazyme, PB Assist, help care for the digestive system. Deep Blue is a must-have for topical needs, soothing of muscles. Frankincense, lemon, lavender, peppermint, and On Guard are all perfect for the diffuser, or with a carrier oil and a massage, or on the skin. you'll actually act as a human diffuser, as the warmth of your skin gently encourages the volatile molecules in the oil to escape into the air. And this gives you an aromatic experience, even as you have a topical experience. It's so cool how oils can do that. Now, if you're not as familiar with Lifelong Vitality, here's a little more information in depth about this amazing supplement.
Hello there, my name is Dr. Ruth Dempsey. I am a PhD scientist, a toxicologist in training, and I have worked all my life for the last 30 plus years in industry, in research and development. And I specialize in the science of lifestyle choices, helping particularly people to make the right lifestyle choices for them based on the best science. I recently started my own company advising friends, family, companies, and professionals, as well as governments, on how to do exactly that. I was first introduced to doTERRA by my daughter about 2 years ago, and I immediately loved the oils. I thought there was something different about these particular essential oils. But I was a little bit cynical about the company itself. But the more I looked into it, the more I talked to my daughter, the more I asked questions and looked into it, the more impressed I became by it. And in particular, by their attitude towards the quality of the products and the science of the products itself. The more I found out about the company, the more I've loved it. They have an attitude about quality. They have an attitude about caring, making a difference in the world, and of course about following the best science. And I think that is really what made me want to be a part of it. So I contacted them, and I'm delighted that as of last year, I have been a member of the newly created European Scientific and Medical Education Council, where I can bring my skills, understanding science, to help you and everybody to make better choices for your lifestyle based on the most recent science. And I think one of the products that most epitomizes that is doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Complex, and that's what I'd like to talk to you about now. So the first thing that I thought about this was, why supplement? I'd always liked to believe that a good diet was all that one needed, that if you ate well and you ate your greens and your fibre days, that you would get all the nutritional supplements that you want. I've taken vitamins A, C and D at times, and I've taken vitamin B complex at times to support particular times in my life, but I've never really been pro supplements. But when I started looking into it and looking into the science behind it, I realized that nowadays, with the pressures that there are on farming, on intensive farming, the fact that we move our foods around the world over huge distances and put them into storage for huge periods of time, the levels of pollutants that there are around and the depletion of the soil means that foods nowadays, even if you have a healthy diet, don't necessarily offer you all of the micronutrients at the levels that you need. And in fact, there is a growing concern about nutrient deficiencies in most countries worldwide nowadays. And so, yes, I think a healthy diet is fundamental. But I realize now that supplementing it with good, wholesome food micronutrients is extremely beneficial. And what I love about the doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack is they have really looked at the latest science, the combinations and the doses and the presence of all of the main elements that we need to help to support vitality are all there in the pack. There are 3 main components to this. They've broken it down into 3 different packages. The composition of each one is very delicately balanced in order to deal with a specific aspect of the nutritional needs that we require. So let's start with the Microplex VMZ. This is a multivitamin just like many other multivitamins, except of course that this one offers just the right balance of the vitamins that we all need. It also has a lovely combination of things like zinc and selenium and iron, the minerals that are present. And incidentally, in Europe, it's very, very difficult to have the levels of selenium that one needs in the diet because of the lack of selenium in the soils in most European areas. One of the things that I loved about the package that doTERRA have put together is they've dealt with one of the most difficult aspects of vitamin supplements that you see in the aisles in general, is that they've dealt with the bioavailability. Just putting vitamin C into a capsule isn't going to necessarily give you the vitamin C that you need. In order to do that, what they've done is prepared it in a way with a whole food basis so that the body recognizes it as a nutrient and absorbs it in the best possible way. This will make a huge difference to the availability of the product and to how you can absorb it and use it by the body itself. So the next product that I would like to talk about is the Z-Omega product. And this is, of course, the product that offers the omega-3s. Now, the omega-3s and many other things as well, but these are the polyunsaturated fatty acids, also known as the PUFAs. These are essential to many parts of the cell makeup within the body itself, and particularly with the immune response and with inflammation. But the human body needs a balance of omega-3 and omega-6. We don't have any trouble getting omega-6s in our diet in general, but the omega-3s can be very, very difficult to get. And so omega-3 supplementation has become a very important part of getting the right nutrients that we get. This particular omega-3 comes from fish oils and also from algae. There is a vegan offering for the Z-Omega, which has algae-based omega-3s. And they are also supplemented with a range of vitamins. There is a fair amount of science suggests that vitamin D, for example, and the omega-3s can work together for some of the anti-inflammatory effects that they can have in the cell basis. In addition to that, it has a lovely dose of the astaxanthin, which is a very highly powerful antioxidant. In there, and a nice combination of essential oils, which both help to boost the antioxidant power over here, but they also help to preserve the fish oils within and stop it from going rancid within the cells itself. So that's a very interesting package that comes through. And the last of the three is really the doTERRA's proprietary blend of botanicals in their Alpha CRS+, which is a cellular support system. These are quite simply a powerhouse of antioxidants and plant polyphenols, which provide the protection that the body needs in order to support many of the main systems within the cells, and particularly with producing energy, antioxidant status within the cells itself, anti-inflammatory status within the cells itself. The Alpha CRS also has elements in there which help to support mitochondrial function, so to give you more energy. And it also includes a blend of cofactors such as coenzyme Q10, alpha-lipoic acid, and acetyl L-carnitine. And of course, it has ginkgo biloba, which is, there's a fair amount of science coming out these days about the support that ginkgo biloba has and extracts on the central nervous system and neural systems. So individually, each of these are lovely. What I love about this combination is that there are more and more scientific evidence coming out about particular combinations. Vitamin D and one of the omega-3s, the DHA and omega-3, are known to work synergistically together to help with immune support. Similarly, with quercetin and the omega-3s have been shown to work very well together. So in combining these three elements, you also get positive elements in those combinations. And so individually, the science of each of these components clearly makes sense, but not just looking at the science. doTERRA has actually done some clinical studies itself. And this was one of the things that blew me away about doTERRA when I was going through that. I wonder if they have started to do a number of clinical studies. Back in 2017, they published a clinical study for the first time on their LLV components. Now, this is a relatively small study, and it's only a pilot study, and it's only for 2 months. But even under those circumstances, when they've asked people within the study itself the only change they made was to take LLV for a 2-month period. And they measured a pretty wide range, I think around about 40 different combinations of things that were measures of cardiovascular health, for example. And they found a significant improvement in many of those just in that 2-month period. In addition, they also looked at subjective improvements there. And in many ways, I think this is perhaps the most important element, is that they found a significant improvement in many of the subjective feelings of mood and well-being and health within those people themselves. And we know this because we know whenever we talk to people how much they enjoy taking LLV and what a difference it makes them feel like. But it's lovely to see it in a controlled scientific experiment. So in short, these supplements do seem to make a difference. And finally, having gone through all these things that one can do, I just want to say that I personally think the LLVs have made a huge difference for me. They make me feel much, much better. I feel much more comfortable about the diet that I'm having right now. But I still maintain there's a few things that one has to do. One has to have a healthy diet. I would thoroughly encourage you to eat more locally derived foods, fresher foods as much as you can, because that's the best way to get the nutrients that you can out of it. I also would encourage you to drink as much water as you possibly can. Yes, I know it's possible to drink too much water, but it's very unlikely that you will. 2 to 3 litres a day is a hard target to get to, but if you can get to that on a daily basis, it will make a difference to how your body can process foods and provide many other functions as well. And the last thing I would like to recommend to you, of course, is for you to take your LLV, your Lifelong Vitality Complex. And I recommend that you take it at a regular time each day, whichever time suits you. I do recommend that you take it with a meal if you can, because it does help with the absorption and it also helps with the functionality of some of those elements within there. But the most important thing is to find a time that you know you will remember to take them, because that's how it will make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dempsey, for that helpful information. Sadly, food has less nutritional value than it used to. Due to soil depletion, the fruits and vegetables grown in the past were much richer in vitamins and minerals than the varieties most of us buy today.
Why do we use supplements at all? Shouldn't we be able to get everything we need from our diets? Well, in a perfect world, yes. But today's food generally has less nutritional value than it used to.
The modern diet is caloric dense and nutrient deficient. Another challenge is the bioavailability and absorption of those nutrients. There are many different factors that influence how much of a nutrient we absorb from the foods we eat.
Changes in our physical makeup, stress in our lives, and the way foods are prepared can all affect how well we absorb the nutrients in the food we eat. It's important to realize that supplementation is a great way to boost an already healthy diet, but it can't replace good nutrition.
Keep in mind, there's no substitute for a healthy diet. Supplements can support you in many ways, but nothing replaces a healthy diet. A few simple ways to ensure that you're nourishing your body include cooking with raw ingredients, eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, and avoiding added sugars and saturated fats.
Eating a variety of healthy foods and even growing your own fruits and vegetables can be excellent ways to ensure health of your body and your mind.
If you can, try to grow your own fruit and vegetables. At our house, we have a small orchard, a good-sized garden, a beehive, and chickens. This not only helps us with a healthy diet, but also helps our children know where food comes from.
All right, so let's switch gears now and talk a little bit about sleep.
In addition to what we do in the daytime to create a healthy routine, we also need to address bedtime routines.
This is another critical way to support body and mind. As you sit here right now listening, are you feeling maybe a little tired? Or maybe a lot? Most of us don't get enough sleep, or at the right time of day, or with the proper consistency. In fact, after about age 24, our ability to get good sleep deteriorates. Scientists suspect that this is at least partly one of the factors that contributes to degenerative diseases in older ages.
Are you getting enough sleep? doTERRA commissioned a research study of 2,000 adults in the UK to identify sleeping habits. The study was published by some of the most read media channels in the country, like The Metro, The Independent, The Sun, and The Daily Express. The main findings of that study were fascinating. Nearly 90% of those polled blamed stress, including family, work, and financial worries, for keeping them awake.
Many admit to having poor quality sleep, either awakened by children or a partner.
Between the ages of 25 to 54, the study found that 37% of people put this as their worst period for sleep in their lives. and only 14% get the recommended 8 hours of sleep at night. 22% of people said their partner's sleep habits have ruined their sleep. So how much sleep are we getting? 55% said they rarely or never get enough sleep. 24% of people polled report that they get 5 hours of sleep or less every night. 33% said they get 7 hours of sleep, and again, only 14% indicated that they're getting the recommended 8 hours of sleep at night.
The bottom line from this study was that sleep is an area where most of us could really use some help.
So what techniques can you use to get a better night's sleep? You might think about drinking herbal tea, like Roman chamomile or kava tea. Take a hot bath before bed. Listen to podcasts in low light in your home. Having our lights dimmer a few hours before bedtime helps our brains get ready for the upcoming sleep. Meditate. Work on calming the brain before sleep.
The idea of sleep hygiene may help us get better sleep. This means that we actually put energy and thought into taking care of our sleep rather than just letting it happen and hoping it works. This involves having nightly habits that help us wind down and prepare for sleep so our bodies become accustomed to good patterns.
And of course, use essential oils to give your mind and body a calm and relaxing environment.
Going to bed and getting up at the same time each day helps the body anticipate sleep and allows our body's hormones to function properly. Soothing habits like warm baths, herbal tea, and meditation at the end of the day may help us calm down and shake off the stress of our day. And of course, essential oils are fantastic for sleep health. If we take care of our sleep, there's a strong argument to suggest everything else follows. A good night's sleep allows you to process things better and have more clarity. You'll also have more energy for exercise, which by itself has benefits for body and mind. How true that is. Sleep is one of those core things that just allows our bodies to function better in all aspects of the day. It's often something we're tempted to steal from because we have so much to do during the day. But if we consistently rob ourselves of sleep, we will accomplish less, and our health will suffer. So what products might you be able to use to support a calm and restful sleep? Let's talk about a few of our favorites. So doTERRA Serenity, of course, is an amazing blend that combines multiple of these calming essential oils and can be a very easy way for you to have a great, restful environment.
doTERRA Serenity blend is one of my favorite blends. It's a peaceful blend of essential oils that promotes tranquility and relaxation. In addition to that, we have doTERRA Serenity Soft Gels. You can experience the benefits of doTERRA Serenity from within. This amazing product supports us as we blissfully sleep through the night.
The Serenity Soft Gels are an internal way to be able to support your sleep. Taking one in the evening is a great way to have that sleep hygiene. Vetiver, Copaiba, lavender, cedarwood, Roman chamomile. These are all excellent essential oils that have calming constituents that help the body signal a time to be calm and to prepare for sleep.
Vetiver has calming and grounding effects. It can be used before bedtime to promote a soothing environment. I use this oil every night when I'm traveling as part of my own bedtime routine. I put a few drops on my fingers, inhale it deeply, then rub it on the bottom of my big toe, where the science of reflexology tells me is where my pineal gland is connected. The pineal gland controls our sleep-wake cycle. Copaiba, with its woody, resinous, and earthy fragrance, is calming and soothing. And then, of course, lavender, which is widely used to promote calm and relaxed feelings. For those that don't enjoy the beautiful flower aroma of lavender, you could use petitgrain as a wonderful substitute. Cedarwood, one of the most grounding oils, and it helps to promote a calming environment at the end of a long day.
An easy way to use oils is to create a linen spray to spritz on your linens before going to bed. Lavender and Copaiba are great essential oils to use in this spray, but really any of your favorite calming oils work well. I personally love a mixture of lavender, cedarwood, Roman chamomile, and spearmint for a linen spray.
And then we have Roman chamomile, which creates a sweet floral aroma, calming to the senses.
All of these have calming chemistry to support a restful sleep, and you will love the way they smell.
For that bedtime routine, you could make your own linen spray. In a 120 milliliter glass spray bottle, add 15 drops of lavender, 15 drops of copaiba, 90 milliliters of distilled water, and 30 milliliters of witch hazel. Shake it well before use and spray bedding and pillows 1 hour before bedtime. You can substitute the lavender and copaiba with your favorite calming essential oils. Now take a picture of this slide. This one has some recipes for beautiful bedtime diffusing blends. These can be used in your bedroom or your children's rooms at night. You could also diffuse these in a bedroom when you have guests sleeping in your home to make them feel like they're staying at a high-end resort.
So this is where things get fun. You can try all sorts of combinations in your diffuser, or with bath salts in a relaxing bath, or on a cotton ball by your bedside. Combinations of lavender, vetiver, ylang-ylang, marjoram, cedarwood, spearmint, bergamot. I could go on. doTERRA Serenity Blend. We've got lots of different combinations and possibilities. Try some of your own until you find the perfect recipe for you and your family. Then I would encourage you to write it down and be sure and share it with others.
As you grow and bloom, here are 3 blends to start using today. You can actually get these for free with our 200 PV promotion. I love Motivate for its ability to move me to action.
Motivate Touch is an amazing help to unleash your creative powers, fuel the determination that you need to move forward.
Balance for its encouragement for peace and relaxation.
Balance Touch is the grounding blend that helps you feel centered and at peace.
And Adaptive for any time I'm feeling restless or unsettled.
Adaptive Touch, another one of my personal favorites. This is the perfect way to help calm the body and the mind, especially when you're confronted with new situations. Remember our goal to step into those new situations, especially if they take us out of our comfort zone? Well, Adaptive Touch is a great way to support that journey.
A flower does not think of competing with the flower next to it. It just blooms, said Zen Shin. Remember that comparison is the thief of joy. What if the flower thought, I'm not going to look as good as the flower next to me, and refused to bloom? Every rose bush in the world would have only one flower on it.
So are you ready to get out there and bloom? Can you feel that urge to grow?
This next video celebrates some of the amazing women of science that we have here at doTERRA. I'm honored to work with such powerful, intelligent, and kind women.
Let's get a little inspiration from some strong women in science. We recently celebrated the International Day of Women and caught up with some of the doTERRA's scientists who talk about having the courage to make a difference, even when things are difficult.
I love science. I can't imagine doing any other career. I'm very lucky that I find a subject that I love.
I love having kind of mysteries, questions that we don't know. It's so much fun to just be curious and then get to answer questions through the work that we do.
How I first got into STEM was when I was in school and I had a brilliant teacher who just showed me how much fun chemistry actually is. So it was a natural progression for me to carry on and go to university and study chemistry.
So what excites me about science? I mean, everything. It's how the world is formed. It's how we understand things that are going on.
I love science and how we make the product, all the chemistry behind it.
I'm very lucky to have worked with some amazing women and really strong female role models, and also male, but female role models have been great and have really encouraged me along my career.
There have been times when I felt that it was inaccessible to me to be in a STEM field. I remember being in college, and sometimes in some of my classes, I would have been one of only maybe 2 or 3 women in a whole class full of people. And that was intimidating.
I would walk into a room and I'd be expecting them to start a meeting and they're still waiting for Dr. Dempsey to arrive because they don't think that I am Dr. Dempsey.
I know like in IT or maintenance, it's more like a male domain, but you could see more and more girls going into that.
What would 12-year-old me think about what I'm doing now? I've always been very determined and a bit of a risk taker, and I think that 12-year-old me would be really happy that I haven't ever let the fear or of the unknown or men versus women ever stop me from going for something that I want.
There are so many different opportunities within STEM, not just science, for women nowadays. You can go anywhere, you can be anything that you want to be.
Get out there, be curious, and don't be afraid to have a career in STEM. It is wonderful.
If you really do have a passion about science, then do it, go for it. But don't be put off by what you might perceive people might expect from you as a woman. I've always just followed the path that passion led me along, and it happened to be this one, and I've loved it all the way through.
All you amazing women out there, and all you fantastic men, let's shine together. This is one of my favorite blends, Citrus Bloom. I say that a lot, don't I? If you haven't figured out by now, I love these essential oils and I'm so excited for you to try them. If you haven't tried this blend yet, it is a must-have in this exclusive offer that combines wonderful citrus and floral combination of essential oils with a floral pattern travel case. Both are perfect for on the go.
Citrus Bloom offers a unique combination of bright citrus and fragrant floral oils, perfect for springtime. A perfect blend to help create a calm and optimistic start to your day. It includes the benefits of CPTG essential oils of wild orange, grapefruit, lavender, Roman chamomile, and magnolia. The touch version of this blend has been combined with a botanical traveling case decorated in this delicate floral pattern.
Citrus Bloom is one of my go-to aromas for personal fragrance, and we actually love this one for in the car when things get stressful. My husband, my kids, and I, we all love the calming and uplifting aroma when things get a little bumpy in life.
This is for the busy traveler. Enjoy miniature versions of your favorite products and other travel-friendly essentials in this convenient kit. This kit is the on-the-go kit and includes doTERRA fractionated coconut oil, a convenient travel-size version of a doTERRA staple. doTERRA fractionated coconut oil is the perfect carrier oil for any occasion.
Of course, in today's busy world, when we're all on the go, wouldn't it be great to have our favorite On Guard products with us anytime and anywhere? So this travel kit you have the opportunity to try features portable sizes of your favorite On Guard products, including the hand mist, the dental floss and mouthwash, beadlets, On Guard Touch, and a travel pouch to keep everything in one convenient kit.
On Guard Hand Purifying Mist purifies hands with its cleansing effect on the skin through an extremely fine, quick-drying mist. An On Guard Hand Mist Holder. Never misplace your On Guard Hand Purifying Mist again with this convenient neoprene holder. My wife has this on the outside of her carry-on suitcase and on her purse.
So let me tell you, this is one you won't want to be without when you're out there conquering the world.
On Guard Beadlets, which contain 125 beadlets. They're an easy and convenient way to obtain the benefits of On Guard Essential Oil Blend. On Guard Touch, which is perfect for both children and adults. On Guard Touch can be applied topically to places such as to the chest and bottoms of the feet to experience its energizing, uplifting aroma. It also comes with a travel bag to carry products. What a fantastic kit for us to have and use. Now, exclusive to this kit are the On Guard Dental Floss, which is double dipped in the CPTG On Guard Essential Oil Blend. This nylon dental floss helps remove plaque, which has been shown to reduce tooth decay, as well as our On Guard mouthwash in a convenient 100 ml bottle. Enjoy this miniature travel-size version of On Guard mouthwash to use when you're on the go. This alcohol-free mouthwash is formulated to clean teeth and gums and helps to promote overall oral hygiene.
Airex. Now, this is a new product in Europe, and we're so excited to introduce this blend to you. The combination of citrus and woodsy aromas create the perfect mix of purifying and freshening.
Airex is a blend of Litsea, tangerine, grapefruit, frankincense, and cardamom essential oils, giving it an intense citrusy, woody, and faintly herbal aroma. When applied topically, Airex may help to refresh and purify. The addition of frankincense essential oil may help to soothe skin while reducing the appearance of imperfections.
Litsea is one of the main components of this blend. It has a chemical constituents of citral, pinene, and limonene, making it supercharged with uplifting molecules. Tangerine and grapefruit add some more of that limonene, those complex citrus notes. And frankincense, of course, contributes pinenes for those deep, woody notes. Now, one that might surprise you, cardamom in this blend, has the constituents 1,8-cineol. It's also called eucalyptol. Now, this offers this slightly herbal, astringent note that really wakes up the senses. This is a fantastic blend for the diffuser. Or you can use it topically as a bright aroma and to improve the appearance of skin. I hope you get a chance to try this one in your home. You will love how bright and fresh it makes everything.
Dr. Hill just introduced our holy basil, or Tulsi, which is now available.
Tulsi, also called holy basil, is a new essential oil for Europe. There is so much to love about this essential oil. Let's watch a little video with Dr. Hill introducing some of the background.
Now, Tulsi has some unique chemistry. A little bit like sweet basil, it does have lots of different types of chemistry. In sweet basil, the dominant factor is for sure linalool. In this case, it's not dominant eugenol, which is a phenol, nor is it dominant in its sesquiterpenes. They each exist in a very close range with one another, and those three compounds make up as much as 80 to 90% of the chemistry. And so it's really significant, the impact that they have. So I want to talk with you a little bit about why I believe this oil is valuable to us. Now, different than sweet basil, this oil is meant to be used aromatically, and it's meant to be used topically, not internally. And it's okay, because I don't believe that we need to use this oil internally, especially when we look at the type of chemistry that we're going to go through here. Now, remember earlier, I said that in terms of our health, essential oils support the body in two significant ways, which you will learn more about in the future. One is controlling expression. How does it help us to control so we have appropriate expression? The right proteins are enacted and engaged. To give you a little more insight into that, remember several years ago we had this opportunity where we did research where we looked at the entire human genome. Just to put it in perspective for you for essential oils, more than 20,000 different genes. We looked at nearly 20 essential oils, and we looked at every single gene set that there was. And we looked for upregulation and downregulation specifically through the proteins that they would stimulate. And so it started to give us some indication of pathway, some indication and knowledge of how essential oils might be used more efficiently. And that's what you're going to see here. So when we look at eugenol, we have autonomic support, which is expression, and we have cell support, which is, of course, helping the cells to function more properly and fully. And so when we use eugenol, whether we're using it aromatically or topically, in this context of holy basil, we stimulate both the autonomic nervous system. Now, this is really about helping the body to react and respond appropriately to different stressful circumstances. When we look at beta-caryophyllene, now you're familiar with this. This is what we see with Copaiba, or Copaiba, for those of you who are Brazilian friends. This is the main constituent that we have talked about in depth. And here we have the same response. We stimulate autonomic support, relaxation, helping the body to manage stress more appropriately, and cell support. And then lastly, we might not be so familiar with trans-beta-alanine, but it's also a sesquiterpene, and its primary benefit is cell protection, helping the cells to not only function properly, but to have a greater element of protection. Now, the reason why essential oils can have those kinds of outcomes, and this, although specific to holy basil, the reason why we see those kinds of outcomes is because of the chemistry that we see within the essential oil. And remember, we've talked about this multiple times. It's not singular. It's not just because of these three compounds that I've highlighted. It's the whole of everything that we find in holy basil, which is why our commitment to purity is so extensive. And what we've learned is that holy basil is adaptogenic. And in fact, many of the essential oils that we provide, this is only a few, is adaptogenic. So when we look at frankincense, we all know frankincense as being supportive of cell function. We use it for a variety of reasons, but that's largely how we talk about frankincense. When we look at lavender, we know that it's calming, it's soothing, it helps our body to react and manage stress more appropriately. And when we look at copaiba, its interaction with the endocannabinoid system, which you're very familiar with, and its direct pathways within that system make it extremely powerful. I love holy basil because it does all three of those. Now, I'm going to tell you, when we talk about something being adaptogenic, we mean that it supports normal physiological functioning within the body, which is what we've been talking about, controlling and managing expression and supporting proper cell function.
Native to Southeast Asia, Tulsi, sometimes referred to as holy basil, has a history within Indian health practices as a natural solution for many conditions. Tulsi means the incomparable one and is considered the queen of the herbs. Reminiscent of freshly cut basil with a hint of clove, the warm, sweet aroma of Tulsi creates an engaging atmosphere.
So this essential oil comes from the same plant family and genus as our regular basil, with the species name Ocimum basilicum. But holy basil is a different species called Ocimum sanctum. And you'll find both a different aroma and a different chemical profile in Tulsi. Some of the components are similar, but the main difference is eugenol. This is the main component of clove oil as well. That helps Tulsi smell both sweet and herbal because of the eugenol. And this molecule offers great benefits for healthy skin and relaxing properties. Tulsi is a wonderful oil to blend with other calming oils like clary sage, lavender, neroli, or combine it with a wood oil for deep, complex, and relaxing aroma. Cedarwood is one of my very favorites, and these two go great together.
Friends, we've covered a lot of information today, but let's end where we began, in our comfort zones. Real change is difficult at the beginning, but gorgeous at the end. Change begins the moment we step outside of our comfort zones. Albert Einstein said, "A ship is always safe at the shore, but that is not what it is built for." You were built for amazing, wonderful, courageous things. It is time to leave the harbor and set sail on your adventure. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining with me today. I hope you've taken away some ideas and inspiration that will help you grow and bloom wherever life takes you. Just as our beautiful essential oils are produced during difficult times, so may you find your most meaningful development as you take on new challenges and succeed even when the going gets tough. doTERRA has the oils, natural products, and amazing resources to help you become the very best you. Best wishes.